Okay, so this is the next step for submitting your DNA for your Kunekune Piglets. I have already informed AKPR of the birth of this litter by filling out a litter notification on their website. I have received my email back from the registrar with my litter notification numbers and the herd book numbers for each piglet. And I have already pulled the DNA sample from each piglet and marked it with their microchip number. Now it's time for the paperwork. So I'm going to log in to the VGL website, which you can see right up here, my.vgl.ucdavis.edu. Once you get to this website, go ahead and bookmark it, because you're going to be coming here to fill out this paperwork anytime you have a litter of piglets that you want to register. Once you get there, create an account. I've already created and logged into my account that I can see right here. Okay. Once you're logged in, you're going to be on this home page that looks like this. We are going to order a new test. So I'm going to click the Order Test button here. Now, the VGL website is kind of smart. It notices that I'm a big pig person. That's what I use the website for. And so after a few times, it just automatically sends me to the pig parentage verification form. It might not take you there right away. So along the top here, you're going to want to click pig. Okay. And that will take you to the pig parentage verification form. Now, once you're here, you're going to go down, and this is where you're going to input your information about your litter. This page is for one litter. With each different litter, you have to do a new form. Okay? So, I'm going to start by choosing my primary registry. I register with the American Kunekune Pig Registry, also known as AKPR, so I click that. If you register with the other Kunekune Registry, American Kunekune Pig Society, or AKKPS, you're going to click here. If you want to dual register, which means register with both registries, then you can choose your primary and then choose your secondary. We only work with AKPR, so I'm only going to check that one box. Now I'm going to put in the day that this litter was born. So for this example, I'm going to use my Sally Lulu, and her fall litter was born on September 26th. So I'm going to put that in right here, September 26th, 2020. And I'm going to choose the breed, Kunekune. Now here where it says animal name, each line is for each piglet that I want to run DNA on. Now, not all piglets in this litter are breed quality. Some of them were meat quality or pet quality. And I don't run DNA on the pigs that are not going to be registered. So I'm only going to input the information of the piglets that I want to run DNA on and then eventually register. Now, in animal name, this is where you're going to need your litter notification. Okay, so up here, I'm going to go over to my email where I received my litter notification from the registry for this litter. So I can see that this is my Sally, so this is Lulu with the sire, that's my ace guy. And then all of the piglets in the litter are here, and they have been given a herd book number. And then in another column, it says DNA test name. This is the information that you need for that column on the verification form. Okay, so for the first piglet that I want to register, it's going to be 20924. 20924. So that's this one. So notice that it's my herd name, or my prefix is what they call it, 6E, and then the herd book number for that piglet, 20924. I'm going to go back to my form, and that's what I'm going to type in the animal name box, 6E20924. Okay. Then I am going, you could put in your registration number if you want, but in my opinion, that's a little redundant because there's the registration number right there. So notice that it does not have a little star next to it, so it's not required. I just leave it blank. If you want to put something in there, go for it. I don't. So the sex of this pig, this is a boar male. Color is also not required. I don't put it in there. I don't really feel a need to because my animals, I can tell the difference because they have a microchip number. So I don't put that in there, but if you want to, you can. Okay, now I'm going to go to microchip number. So this is all in my, my notes and my records that I keep. So that's a different video showing you how I keep my records. So I'm going to input the microchip number here. So 840003209793316. Whoops, 3316. Okay. And then I go and I double check that because that's not one you want to make a mistake on. 840-00320-979-3316. Yep, okay, good. All right. You can add a picture if you want to. I don't do that. And now I'm going to go to the next piglet in that litter that I want to register. So that one is going to be AKPR 20929. So again, I'll show you one more time back to my email litter notification. 20929 is right here. And I see the DNA test name is my herd prefix and then the herd book number 20929. So that's what I'm going to input here. I like to use USDA 840 microchips from Microchip ID Systems. They cost about $7 each. I've never had a single one fail. They're super easy to put into the piglet. And because it's a USDA 840, that works for identification to travel between states. Okay, and then the last piglet from this litter that I am going to register. Now that I have all of the piglets that I want to register for this sow input with their name, their sex, and their microchip number, now it's time for me to put in the sire and the dam information. Okay, so for the sire, I'm going to click enter name, registration, and VGL case number. Okay, now in here I usually write the sire's name because it just makes it easy for me. All my names I've ever put in popped up there. Okay, so for this one, the sire is Ace, so I'm just gonna write Ace because it makes it easier for me later to see easily who the sire is. And then in the registration number, I'm gonna go look up his registration. So I'm gonna look in the herd book. Here he is here. His registration number is AKPR 6907. So I'm going to put that in here, 6907. Now, VGL case number. Go back to the herd book, or you can also look at your pig's pedigree. It's on there as well. I just, don't want to go look up the pedigree, so I just look him up in the herd book. It's easier for me. Now, when you're looking at the herd book information, you see the herd book number, the name, the also known as name, the sex, the color, any designators, the number of wattles, the teats, the date of birth, and the microchip number. Underneath that, it says DNA. This is the number you're after. Okay, so NCS 9244. So that's what's going to go in that VGL case number, NCS 9244. Okay? And then that's it. Now, if you're unsure of who the sire is for this litter, that's no big deal, because that's one of the reasons we run DNA, right? To know for sure who the parents are. That's okay. So you're just going to say enter name, and that's going to give you another line for another sire. So now if Ziggy was an option as another boar that could be the sire to this litter, then I would put my Ziggy Pig's information in there. And I would go look him up and put in his registration number and his VGL case number. Okay, so if you just had your sows out with all of your boars, just enter all of the boars in here. That's totally okay. It's a little more work for you, but it's no big deal. Okay, then I'm going to do the dam. It works the same way. Okay, I'm going to click enter name. I'm going to put the name in here. This is Lulu. Registration number. I'm going to look her up in the herd book here. I have it up here. Okay, AKPR 4502. And then I'm going to look at her VGL case number. So there's her name, there's her microchip number, and here's her DNA, NCS 7116. Okay. Make sure your information is correct here. Mine is not, so I'm going to need to edit that. Change this since we moved. I'm gonna put this in real quick. Okay. You're going to certify terms and conditions, okay? And you're going to say save. Okay, and then it's going to give you this page in your cart, okay, and it shows the 4 piglets that you're sending DNA samples on, okay. If at this point you're done, you only want to run DNA on those pigs, you say proceed to checkout. You can see the total up here, okay, and then it'll check you out just like a normal shopping cart. And then you'll have the process of printing out the form that they give you, attaching your DNA samples to it, and then mailing it to VGL, okay? If you want to do more piglets, then you click order test for new animal, and you start all over again. Now I'm going to do my next sow, who is Judy Garland, okay? And I'll do her piglets from her litter that I want to register. Once you are done, you go to that cart and it will have you submit payment. You can pay online with a credit card. That's what I do. Or you have the option to write a check and mail it in with the samples. It's really simple. When I mail my samples off, I usually send them in a big envelope versus a little envelope. And I also send it with the notification. I get the notification that they've received it, so it has tracking on it. So I spend like the extra $4 to get tracking on it to make sure that they receive it in a timely manner and that it doesn't, get lost. So because it'd be a bummer to lose my DNA samples. So I always put tracking on it, and they usually receive it within a few days, and it generally takes a week to 2 weeks for them to send the results, and they email the results to you. Okay, then once you get your emailed results back, then it's time to register piglets, and that's another video.